Now, if you want to deflect fireballs, if you want to deflect fireballs, I would suggest using a shield, because usually the fireballs, they always be deflected and reflected by shields. Why would they do this? It's because, well, you know, it's a shield. You can just parry stuff, throw it back. But if you were to parry fireballs with shields, they usually return pretty slowly. Now, another way is to do it with spells. Physically, you can just grab the fireball and throw it back at them. Just throw it away. Yep, there you go. However, if you want to you can use lightning. You can use lightning to also deflect the fireballs, but it wouldn't really reflect back at them. It would just reflect at a random area. Same goes with gravity spells. You can time it correctly, but it just gets deflected. It wouldn't really reflect back into them. You can just like parry them off. Okay, that did not work at all. Another way to do it is with swords. You want to do it with swords, right? Me too. I would not recommend doing it with two-handed swords because I'm not sure about the mechanics, but it wouldn't really deflect as much. So yeah, that's one thing you need to know. I would recommend using one-handed swords. However, the difference in tiers could also matter, because this right here is a tier 0. It wouldn't deflect it because, you know, you can't really imbue. You cannot imbue these weapons, meaning that they wouldn't necessarily deflect them. With more increased tiers like this sword, yes, you can deflect them. However, it might take some time to get used to it, because at some point it will not necessarily register, because, you know, they're swords. I would suggest using much higher tier swords, because these things, they deflect very fast. I like this one, so this is like the best sword for deflecting, because they deflect back very fast, and boom, that's how you do it.
My
like
blade is ready.
A high tier one-handed sword. That's the best sword at deflecting stuff. You can just deflect a lot of them. Let's see whether or not you're gonna throw them back. Ow. Okay. Now another one you can use is using the repair. Because, you know, it's long, it's also versatile, so you can deflect them pretty much quickly. That's how you do it. That's the fireball for you. There you go.